Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Lynnette Caldwell joining us here live today on the podcast, on the Zoomcast, you name it. She is the Entrepreneur of the Year. That's my title for her because she does so many amazing things. She's just a great person and someone I feel comfortable talking to. It's like she's a friend at this point. She's also a businesswoman. She's a coach and does so much. And by the way, loving the shirt today. If you can't see it, what does it say?
Love, my favorite.
Oh, okay. I see it because it's cut off. Yeah, look, I got
My
Nashville
favorite
on.
ingredient, my favorite word.
Beautiful. Good to see you.
You
Tell
as
us a
well.
little about some of your businesses before we begin.
Okay, I am Lynnette Caldwell, and I am the owner of the theMANEthang Hair Wellness System. We help grow, restore, and renew your hair. I am also the owner of Nana's Pudding and Other Deliciousness. It's a plethora of yummy stuff for your tummy. And I am a money mindset and biz wealth practitioner. So I help coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs transform their mind around money so they can see more money in their businesses.
Yeah, we all like more money for sure. Awesome.
Yeah.
And on a personal level, because like you're my friend, like nobody else I talk to like this, really. Maybe one other person, but
Oh,
haven't talked to. We talk steadily every week. So my face today, I did a chemical peel like 3 days ago. So my face is peeling. If I look shiny, I could tell you that's why. But yeah, have you done any work to your face like peels or facials where you get red? Come on.
a scrub, like a scrub. A scrub can make your face
Yeah.
really red, and it can kind of, if you do it too much or too hard, it can do that. But that's the most I've ever done.
Oh
I'm
my
scared.
God. And your skin looks so darn good. It's
Thank
got to be
you.
genetics.
I guess so, because I have not done anything to my face. Well,
It's like,
to anything
and
really.
I've seen her in person. You have no wrinkles either.
Oh, I don't. You know what? You know what's really good, and people swear by it for generations and generations. Vaseline.
Oh, okay. I like Aquaphor. Is that similar?
Vaseline. The
I
regular
wonder what's in
Vaseline.
Vaseline. Is it petroleum jelly? Isn't that what's in
It's
Aquaphor?
petroleum jelly, but some of
Okay.
them have vitamin E in it. Some have some other types of oils in it, or it's just plain. But that is really good to keep your skin moisturized and kind of prevent wrinkles and things from coming in. Because I
Wow.
really don't. I just wash my face with maybe Caress or some type of moisturizing soap, and then I
Wow.
put a little Vaseline in places. I especially use it on my lips, and that is it. Let's go.
Good for you. My goodness. All right. Well, thank you for sharing. I thought you were going to tell me you're putting the biotin boost on your face. I was going to be like, what's her secret? She needs a facial line product too now.
Right. But I did tell you that you can use sea moss. Sea moss is a natural collagen, and that's what I sell as well. Sea moss, you can wash your face with it, or you can use it as a mask. And it's you could afterwards, it's so supple when you wash it off. It's
Mm-hmm.
very good for your skin. It's also good for pain, like it's for topical, like if you have an ache or something, you
Mm-hmm.
can rub sea moss on there. Sea moss is so good. Like, oh my gosh, I don't think people really realize the benefits of sea moss. So yeah, sea moss is good for your face as well.
Where can we get sea moss from, Lynette?
You can get sea moss from me. It's on my website. It's on the main thing website, themanethang.com.
Mm-hmm.
The sea moss is there. I haven't put it on Amazon
I was
yet.
just going to ask, is it on
Yeah.
there?
You know what? Amazon wants all my products. I told you they even told me I could send the shampoo there for free storage. Like, just send it. So that's there. The biotin boost is now there. It just arrived. I think the last time I spoke to you, I was sending it out, and then it goes through a process of receiving it, then putting it into inventory, then making it available. It just became available today. So I think 4 of them sold already. So it's really being good. So the Seymour should be there soon. I can't say when yet because I am so swamped.
Yeah, good. That's a good thing. Tell me.
Yeah,
Business
yeah,
is busy?
yeah, yeah. Business is busy. Baby just ran out, and it ran out in my inventory here. So I'm trying to get that back on track because I told you before, once you have a product that's really doing well on Amazon, you have to keep it in stock
Yeah.
because the momentum will die down. So yes, I'm working on getting that back out so that we can continue to grow that product. And also, I told you last week, I don't know if it was last week, but they subscribed me for the subscribe and save, where people can actually continue to get the product on a regular basis without having to reorder it over and over. So baby is now part of the subscribe and save. So we are growing. I am so thankful and so appreciative of how this is working out. Like I really can't explain the joy that I feel about this, because I would have never have thought it, but I told you it's a mindset thing. You have to just put one foot forward, and then everything will start to unfold as you continue to go.
Wonderful, exciting. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And by the way, themainthang.com, give me the websites, how we reach you.
Okay, so it's themanethang.com. It's also the main things on Instagram, and then on Facebook, it's the main thing as well. Um, Nana's Pudding is Nana's Pudding on Instagram, Nana's Pudding underscore on Instagram, and on Facebook is Nana's Pudding and Other Deliciousness. I'm so happy that Nana's Pudding, the pudding is on Amazon as well. So orders have been coming in for banana pudding. So I'm excited about that. I really want to see. I got one review already, so I just want to I hope people come back and give reviews, because if they're anything like me, I just don't go back and always give reviews, but it's a good thing because that's how Amazon works.
Well, now
They
you are.
go,
Now you learn how important it is. So now you're going to start giving reviews.
yes, now, exactly. Now I really understand, like, that's how people's businesses thrive. And even in the coaching business, when you're doing like a sales page, or you're presenting your offer, they want to see reviews. They want to see what
Yeah.
people thought about your work and how they feel about it. So yeah, reviews are very important.
Oh, yes, they are. So, what product line did you want to discuss that? Did you want to discuss the Nana's pudding? People are like, what's Nana's
um,
pudding? Yeah, she has her own food line. Yeah,
yeah, you know what?
Coaching.
Coaching. I was just before we got on the phone, I was having a conversation with a coach who's in my group, and she was telling me, see, I actually thought provoking questions that draws out information from people, because I like to know where you stand or what the
Yeah.
issue is. So I asked for an elevator pitch, which basically says who you are, who you serve, and the results you get, or not really the results, but part of my question was, what do people like about you? So this woman said that she helps people with weight loss. I mean, she was very succinct and very powerful in how she presented herself, and I really liked it. So then my last question to her as I went through it, and because I said weight loss, wow, this is something that people always want, people always looking for, and she says that she let people do things on their terms, and she doesn't force things upon them. That's
Wow.
part of a system. So I thought that was great. So at the end of my question, I said, well, what are some of the issues that you're having? And she just dumped down on herself. And that is where the problem is with entrepreneurs. She says, well, I'm not doing well on social media. It's hard for me to make a sale. It's this, and that. Now, I'm telling her, you have to give yourself some grace. There's a process to it. You have to lean into the process, let it morph into itself. You have to wait for a time, but a part of getting a sale is about serving. So you have to serve. She said she was passionate about what she does, and I said that was very good, but you have to keep on going and believing in yourself. Like, these are the issues that people have. They don't believe in themselves. They get caught up in the Facebook social media cycle, in that they go for the likes, they go for the and that means a lot to them. So if they don't get a like or something, they feel like they failed, and that should not be a barometer on how great your business is doing or not doing. You should know in your heart, because there's a lot of people who have a lot of followers who are not making any money. So people need to understand that. I was watching part of a documentary last night. I forgot the name of it though, because it was late last night. It's called The Minimalist or something like that.
Okay.
And it was telling us how we are the product of social media. We are the ones they are relying upon to go in there and read about, getting a post, or did you like it? Did you love it? Or do I have any
Really?
comments? Things like that. Yeah, so that is so
Yeah.
interesting to know how social media is just yoking us into this stuff.
I know. And funny you said that, just something random news related wise. There was something I saw the other night about all of a sudden Britney Spears is very active on social media, deleted her account. So all her fans got worried because she's done this twice in the past when she was dealing with
Mhm.
fighting with her father or her ex. So they did
Right.
a wellness check on her house. The cops actually went there to see. Supposedly she was okay. But then I looked further into it as I'm reading the articles, and it shows that she went out to dinner with her husband like a week ago, and
Mhm.
there's a video out there showing her like screaming at the table, like they thought she was having a fight with
Wow.
them. But then they interviewed the husband. They caught him coming out of the gym one day, and he's like she is just so frustrated with her and I just wanted to go to dinner, and everyone is just taking pictures, taking videos, wanting to talk to her. She had no space. She was overwhelmed. So yeah, she was frustrated. We weren't
Yeah.
fighting, but then it's like you think, well, you sign up for that. Now that comes with the territory. You lose your right to privacy. And then
Mhm.
she's always active on social media. And, it's like, but then she deleted her account. So anyway, social media is like a curse. It's a blessing. I don't
Yeah,
know
she
what.
like resurrected this channel because, like you said, she wasn't on there at first, and then now she started posting and she started being more active on it. But then she doesn't like the attention. I mean, that was something I was talking about last week because I wouldn't be able to deal with all of that. I wouldn't
Yeah.
like a lot of people in my face, or that I can't go to the store, or I can't, or they, just wanting to be around me a lot, asking a lot of questions. That would overwhelm me. So I can imagine how that is affecting her and so many other people. I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like it's a bad problem. It's a good problem, but it's annoying. I could imagine it's annoying. Oh gosh, I could not even fathom. So, I mean, that's why I like to talk to these entrepreneurs, because I feel like this is what I'm sensing from my group is
Hmm.
that everybody wants to sell. They want to do whatever it is that they need to do. They want to get the money. They even trying to sell me on their product shop. They all trying to sell it to me.
Oh
But
my.
I feel like they are, how you come in a house and I don't know if you have ever had pets, but I have two little dogs and they so excited when they see me, they jumping around. It's like, relax. I'm just trying to get people to relax so they can kind of hear what I'm trying to tell them in regards to getting themselves together first,
Hmm.
and then, working on the business aspect. And then, because now they have more control over what's happening.
Got it. True.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but I need them to simmer down first. So,
Interesting.
I see the questions that's coming in. I mean, the answers to the questions rather that's coming in. How can I change my mind around this? How can I get more sales? And that is primarily the number one question about, money and getting money and doing things in regards to money.
Yeah. Hmm.
But I keep telling them it is never about the money. It's always about you and what's going on inside of you. So once I get them to kind of understand where I'm coming from, and it's once I get a person to respond to something and then other people start responding, then they read back and they kind of see where I'm going with this.
Yeah.
So I think this is going to be the most rewarding biz thus far.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I believe so. Every business I have is there to serve or to make something better than what you already have, and I think this is really going to be a big one.
Yay. I'm excited.
So, how's your business or
My
your
business. What?
your potential business? Did you start your research?
No, on my foot bin. No, done absolutely no work except search the internet to only find the stupid blue ones that are out there. Which, by the way, I have one a foot bin in front of my house, one in the back, and it's got cracked, and it's the piece is cracked in the street. But anyway, yeah, I keep foot bins out because when I'm gardening or putting down Halloween lights, Christmas lights, like every time I step in the dirt on my new pavers, which are like
Um,
cream, I dip myself in the foot bath. Like I would really benefit from a nice, beautiful foot bath, but the cheap plastic ones have to work for now. But I would love to make a custom like wood type one. I don't know how.
oh, girl, you're on to something. You have it. Just get it out there. You can do it. You can
But
do
but
it.
are people really obsessed with cleaning their feet like I am? Probably not as much.
I would think so. I said we represent at least 10,000, 10 million people ourselves. Our
Yeah,
mindset represents a bunch of people. If
yeah,
you thought it, then other people are thinking it as well.
yeah.
It has to be. That has to be.
Yeah, I'm thinking one foot bin for the ones that like, hold on, I got a cough. That one foot bin, okay, no one's allowed to wear shoes in my house, but there is a carpet right in front. So people walk in, they take their shoes off on the carpet. So that carpet's filthy, probably, even though I wash it every few weeks. But yeah,
Right.
I could have one bin for those to wash their shoes in, right? And then the people like my own son who comes home with smelly feet, oh no, he's taking his shoes off outside and he can just wash it in the alcohol in the bin on the rye. And then I got to research, well, does alcohol, I know alcohol kills germs, but can I put my son's dirty feet in it and then expect it to also sterilize someone else's dirty feet? Or is that,
But see, that's the path. You go with one thing and then you start doing it. And then as questions arise, then you start saying, okay, so then now that's the tweaking part where you
yeah,
start tweak it as you go along. But you have to make the first effort before you can tweak anything. You got to see what's working and what's not working. Or maybe I didn't think of this at first. So now I got to incorporate this idea. So I have to do it like this. But I guess I'm getting to the point where I've kind of done this, even though they're different businesses, I've done this so
mhm,
much that I kind of know where I am because nobody can really tell you about what your ideas are or what your journey will be. Only you know how
true.
you want it to look.
Yeah.
So you have to keep moving forward. Barbara Cochran from Shark Tank. You said you never watched Shark Tank, right?
No, I mean, a
Yeah.
few times I have in the past.
Oh, okay. So Barbara Cochran, they work with people, they do deals with people, whatever. And she always said that anybody who fully takes my advice, I do not want to work with. And I,
Mm,
I, I get it because if I'm telling you to do something and you're saying, no, no, I want to do it this way, she has an ultimate respect for that person because they are not totally giving their business over to her just because she is a shark or someone who's been in business. So
mm.
I can understand that. I don't like when people just relinquish their control and let someone else take over because they feel like it's going to happen. You have your vision, so you should stick to it, and things should work out according to how you want it. You just need help with the navigation. Just getting there.
Aw, aw.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anything else new with you? How's your family? How's your granddaughters?
They are doing so well. Ava's coming over this weekend, so I should see her soon. I have not seen the video yet. I did email the person who usually sends me the videos. I haven't seen it, and I'm so anxious to see that video.
Yeah, I hear you. Uh-huh.
So I'm so anxious to see the video, but I haven't seen it yet. But she's doing very well. I spoke to her yesterday, and she asked me, could she come over? Of course, you can come over and spend time with me.
She's so cute. Oh my goodness.
So how are your boys?
They're good. Oh, so Austin, just turned 8. Now Jackson's turning 6. But did I tell you about the birthday party that we had at the aquarium planned?
No. Oh, so you
The
had it
pe
already.
No, no, it was supposed to be February 4th at the aquarium. My son's obsessed with penguins,
Oh
but they
yeah, you
called
told
me
me.
last week and said the
Right.
avian flu, we don't know. They called me yesterday and said, sorry, we're not gonna be able to have penguins there, so we'll honor it. We can postpone the party for you. So, Jake, how about we postpone it from February 4th to March 4th? I said, okay, but do you know if this avian flu, you're going to self quarantine? She's like, we don't know. I'm like, So should I book it for later just to be safe? And she's like, I don't really know. I'm like, okay, so we don't have a set date yet. By her
Oh,
saying February 4th makes me confident that maybe the boss said, oh, it'll probably be before then. But again,
mhm.
do I move it again to another date and then have to move it again or just move it later in the month or go to April? I mean, I don't know what to do.
So is there something else that he would like to do in the meantime, and that'll be special for that day instead of not having anything?
Yeah, well, I'm looking into Monster Jam. Monster Jam is actually at the UBS Arena here on Long Island, Queens border for that February 4th. But then there's also one this weekend in Trenton, New Jersey, which is only about 2.5 hours away from us. It like lights, it's a monster truck jam show, but it lights up at night too. So yeah, I'm gonna do something like that for sure. But yeah, he's okay. He's okay now. He's not as upset as I thought he'd be, but he definitely wants the penguins. And I agree. Why have a party at the aquarium when you can't have a meet and greet with the penguin, which we paid
Exactly.
extra for, let alone you can't even walk to the penguin exhibit to see them. So yeah, but he's
Oh,
okay. He's okay.
wait, there's a meet and greet with the real penguins?
Okay. Ready, watch. So 2 years ago with COVID and stuff, we didn't have birthday parties. I called and they said, oh, well, because of COVID, yeah, we're having birthday parties, but I read online for an extra $275, you can get a penguin meet and greet. Like the penguin comes in the room for 15 minutes with the handler and the kids can meet him. But she's like, well, because of COVID, he's in a cube, like a glass cube. And so he can't come out. And I'm like, okay, that's lame. So I wait 2 years later to book this party, only to find out again. She says, oh yeah, well, the bird is still in a cage thing. And I'm like, really? She's like,
Oh
it's up to the handler's discretion if he'll allow him out to have a picture with the birthday boy. I'm like, I'm not
gosh.
paying all this money. I said, because you
Right.
you got to pay not just for the kids $40 a head, you have to pay for every adult that comes too at the aquarium, which so I invite 30 kids. I have to invite that's 60. I'm asking everyone to please just bring one parent. But some people bring siblings. They charge you
Right.
for every person because you also get included like a free admission for the for the
The birthday boy?
yeah, you get free admission anyway. But I was like, so yeah, for the whole day to the aquarium. So I totally forgot what I was just saying. What was I saying?
You saying you have to pay for it, you get free
Yeah,
admission for the
you have
birthday
you
boy.
have to pay for every adult that comes too.
Yeah,
Even if you're
right.
going to bring like little Sally to come, like the little one, which of course a lot of people can't get babysitters. They got to bring your kids to the party. They're going to charge you for everyone. So I'm like, if I'm spending this much money, it's going to be at least $4,000 to have this party. I said, that's a lot of money. I said, yes, you haven't had a birthday party except one time when you were 3. So I'm like, it's worth it. We'll do it. Same for my son. He only had one birthday party when he was 5. So I mean, the first birthday we did something at the house, but like, yeah, so I get it. You have to have something with your friends and you're really into penguins. So let's do it. We'll see how that goes. So
Oh God.
yeah.
Well, I want him to be so happy. So if we could do something else in the meantime and actually do the
Oh, yeah.
picture with the penguin like in March, if that's allowable. But it seems like they don't know what when it's gonna ever take place.
I know. And then I'm like the Bronx Zoo, but the Bronx Zoo is such a hike for us in the Bronx. It's, like an hour and a half. We can
Right.
go there for the day, but it's also so darn cold to walk around to look at animals. I'd rather wait till the spring. Yeah.
Right, exactly. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know, but do something secondary fun. Whatever the secondary fun thing would be for him to do is to do it now for his
Mhm.
birthday.
Yeah, it'll be monster trucks, I guess. And I
Yeah,
wonder,
that's cool.
I'm gonna wonder if the penguins are in quarantine at the Bronx Zoo too. Just because the avian flu, they don't have it, but because it's within 10 miles of maybe because we're on Long Island and the birds in the water have it. I don't know. Right now, yeah, interesting. Hmm.
Yeah, let's figure this out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, but perhaps you can call the Bronx Zoo just to see what their
I'm going to.
perspective is. Yeah,
I
just
have my friend runs the zoo. I'm going to email him.
oh,
Yay!
okay, so that's cool.
Yeah,
Even if he have to give you a penguin for yourself, like, no, this is my friend. I'm gonna have a penguin there for her son.
yeah. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, interesting. Maybe we'll do that. That could be
So you're gonna
fun.
have so you're gonna have cake and like what
Yeah,
or you're gonna do a plan, whatever the establishment has.
Oh yeah, yeah, oh, the cake comes with it. Yeah, you're not
Right.
allowed to bring any outside food. You can't bring in balloons, but they kind of have a cake and stuff. And then just doing like a pizza party, you can upgrade to have a buffet of certain food. I'm like, but we're kids. I mean, I'm like again, I like pizza, chicken fingers, and French fries. I don't need fancy food for a kid's party,
Right.
let alone it's
Not
already a
unless
lot
it's
of money.
Ava
So I'm
there.
like, yeah, okay.
My cousin had Ava at her house or whatever. She said, so I'm asking Ava, what do you want? What do you want to eat? She was like, lobster. She said, lobster. She said,
Aw,
well, shrimp. Can't get
aw.
around grandma too much. She was like, now my cousin did go out her way and do something. There was a shrimp place there, but she's more fast food, so she did go out her way to accommodate her. So I'm telling Ava, like, you really
You.
struck a deal here.
Aw.
Yeah, so that's so funny. You're like, I'm not spending all this money for food, but I told you she's a foodie. She likes to eat anything.
Wow.
She will
And
eat.
fish. My kids, I don't think ever, no, my little guy's tried fish. I don't eat fish, so I don't will never have it in my house. The little guy's
Um,
tried it a few times and he doesn't like it. The old one won't even touch it. So, and I'm like, I'm okay with that because you will
wow,
never.
yeah. So they're gonna be just like you.
Yeah, I mean, right? You're supposed to expand their palates. So, yeah, go out, which we have. Go try fish, not with me. Don't like it? Fine, even better because I'm never ever making it. I don't like the smell. I don't like the texture. So,
Really?
yeah, the older guy's
Mm.
like me. He doesn't eat anything except like the basics. The other one is more, his palate's diverse, but he eats vegetables and stuff too. My older one doesn't eat vegetables. I don't eat vegetables and fruits. Neither does he. The little
The
guy
oldest
though,
one is just like you then.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're both like Perry. I says, oh, they're both like he says they're both two split of your worst personalities, he tells me. I'm like, oh, thanks, like, yeah, I'm like, that's not nice, but he tells me all the time, he's like, they're identical to you. They took your personality and they split. They both got the worst parts of your personality. I'm like, okay, that's really not nice to say, but one's like demanding, wants things done now. I want it a
Mhm.
certain way. That's how I am, right? But I also have a nice side. I'm like, that's not rude. My kids have nice sides too. The
Of
other one,
course.
and yeah, and the other one's just so stubborn. Austin, the older one, he's so stubborn. I'm stubborn too. But anyway,
Like
Lynette.
you.
Yeah. We're out of time. How does this work? Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, we have to go. Lynnette
Oh,
Caldwell,
we do.
tell me
Mm-mm-mm.
how we can reach you. And by the way, is that Valentine's Day drapes behind you? Is that Christmas or is that the way it is
This
always in
was
your house?
Christmas. This was
But
Christmas. We
it
probably stayed
still
in.
looks like Valentine's.
Well, it probably will stay up until Valentine's because it'll serve the same purpose.
Good. Exactly. It's perfect. Well,
Yeah.
tell us how we can reach you.
Okay. You can reach me at themanethang.com. You can reach me on Amazon. The brand name is The Main Thing. You can reach me on Instagram at The Main Things with an S. On Instagram, Lynnette Caldwell, and on Instagram, Nana's Pudding _.
Perfect. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
You have
Have a
a
great
great day.
evening.
Thank you. And to all of our listeners, stay tuned. The show, more of it's coming up next. Bye.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcast on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, I mean, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house.
And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.